In the economy, it is shaping up to be a big week for economic numbers. Inflation, GDP growth, consumer confidence, and the first presidential debate of this election season. Let's take a look. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. What many see as the official starting gun for the 2024 U.S. presidential campaign will go off on Thursday when President Biden and Donald Trump meet in Atlanta for the first debate of the general election season. The event will mark the first presidential debate in U.S. history between a sitting president and a former president. The format changes for this debate will include no studio audience and a requirement that a candidate's microphone is muted when the other is speaking. The week's most anticipated data highlight is expected to be the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index for May. The PCE Price Index, known to be the Federal Reserve's favorite inflation measure, is projected to have increased at an annual rate of 2.6% last month, a tenth of a percentage point slower than April's rate. Core PCE also is projected to come in at 2.6% year over year, which would be 0.2 of a point slower than in April. The prospect of improving inflation numbers is showing up in rate cut probabilities. A month ago, markets pegged the chances of a September rate cut at 50%. Now that probability is approaching 70%. The Commerce Department will issue another highlight statistic this week when it reveals the third estimate for real GDP growth in the first quarter. Economists expect this final estimate to come in at an annual rate of 1.3%, unchanged from the second estimate and a significant drop-off from the 3.4% rate notched in the fourth quarter of last year. Other data releases of interest this week include the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index for June, which comes out on Tuesday. And while the board abandoned its long-standing forecast of recession back in February, its Consumer Confidence Index has continued to reflect ongoing pessimism among Americans about the future. Economists expect the index for this month to land at 102.5, a half point above the figure for May. Finally, we'll be given a slew of housing market data to digest this week, including sales numbers for new single-family houses sold in May, as well as a gauge of pending home sales for the same month. On Wednesday, the Census Bureau releases new residential sales numbers for last month, which are forecast to come in at a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 650,000, 16,000 more than in April. The following day, Thursday, the National Association of Realtors issues its pending home sales index for May. The consensus estimate is for a 2.3% increase month over month, which would be a big improvement from the decline by 7.7% in April. That's it for now. As usual, we'll be back on Saturday where we try to make sense of everything that happens this week. This is Devlin Steele for Augusta Precious Metals signing out.